Hello, my loves, and welcome back to the Feminine Dating Podcast. This is a space where we get to explore the art of dating with confidence and nurturing our inherent feminine strength. I'm your host, Lilian Toscano, and I am so delighted that you're here. And I am really hoping that this actually gets recorded. So I was trying to record this on another app and it was just not recording. So I tried it like 3 times and it's just like been 2 hours of me trying to record it. It just doesn't work. But I think we got this. I think we got this. So let's get started. So today's topic is a very important one that I feel like a lot of us have this challenge. And so this is why I wanted to bring this to you. And this is how to step into your worthiness. I don't know if you feel this way, but if you're listening to this episode, you probably are feeling the same way I felt many years ago, where I did not feel worthy of the men that I wanted. I did not feel worthy of the relationship that I desired. I felt very like my self-esteem was very low. And whatever a man would give me, whatever attention he was giving me, whatever breadcrumbs he was giving me, I just felt so grateful for that because I did not feel worthy of having the relationship, the type of man that I desired. And so my self-esteem was very low. And maybe you feel the same way. Right? If you're listening to this podcast, you probably do. And so, worthiness is not just a feeling, it's really a state of being. It's a state of being in how you are in this world, how you step out there, how you show up in this world, right? It's about knowing deep inside of you that you are deserving of love, that you are deserving of respect, that you are deserving of commitment. So, how then do we step into this powerful state of being? So I know this is not easy. It is a journey, my loves, and it's a step-by-step process that happens. And I wanted to share something with you that I'm working on, and I'll share with you later on. But let's just get started and jump into these 3 key steps that when I was going through my journey, I realized that these are 3 key steps that we all need to understand. So step number 1 is knowing your innate value, understanding it, right? So first and foremost is recognizing that your value does not come from external validation, be it, from a partner, from a job, societal standards, none of that. That we don't need to do anything to be valuable. It really comes from within. It really comes from just existing, just being, just by breathing. You're already a valuable human being. That's it. Just by you being here, right? And start by reflecting on your strengths. This is very important. Right? Reflect on your strengths, your passions, and your core values and who you are. What makes you you? What makes you you? Okay? You can write these down, celebrate them, and remind yourself daily that you are as valuable as you are. And because we're talking about feminine energy here as well in my podcast, I want to remind you that you just being this beautiful, amazing woman, that is all you need to be. Your skin, my love, your being, the way you think, the way you are, your warmth, your softness, all of those things are so valuable in a man. And a high, quality man, a masculine energy man knows this and he values that. He values that. He values a woman who is herself, who is in her feminine, who knows that she does not have to prove herself to anybody, that she knows her value. She understands it. She knows that it comes from within, knowing that just because she breathes, just because she exists, just because she is, she's a valuable human being. She is valuable, right? And I know this is hard to believe sometimes because out there in the world, everybody else is telling you that you are valuable as long as you do this. You are valuable as long as you are this. Or you are valuable if you have this certain status, right? You're only valuable if you're married. You're only valuable if you have own your own home, or you're only valuable if you are in these types of jobs. That's what we're been taught. This is what the world out there is telling us. But in reality, we are valuable because we are. That is my belief system. And I encourage you to get this new belief system in you as well, to adopt this new belief system in you, because once you start realizing that you're valuable just because you are, you're going to step into this world with a different energy. You are going to show up feeling so much more confident in yourself, and you're going to do things not because you want something from others, but because it makes you happy, because you want to give, because you want to do these things. And this is how I show up. And it makes me feel so happy. And, these things make me happy. And this is why it took me, I don't know how many hours trying to record this thing. And I'm still doing it. Why? Because I love it. Not because I have to do these things, but because it's my passion and I want to share these things with you. And they don't make me any more valuable or less valuable if I do them or not. But it makes me happy to do this for you, right? Nobody is behind me saying like, hey, you better do this. Nothing is going to happen if I don't do it. But it makes me happy. And this is why I'm doing it, right? So coming from that energy, it just makes everything so much more fun, right? Being able to pour onto others from that state. Knowing my value does not come from the things that I do. That is just because I breathe, just because I'm here, I'm valuable, right? So, and this is, like I said, it's really hard sometimes to believe this because everything else out there is telling you otherwise. But if you adopt this belief, trust me, it's going to change your life. It's going to change the way you are. It's going to change your energy. And men are going to notice it. They're going to feel it. But you know your value. And how then do you show that? How do you show that you value yourself? This is by setting boundaries and honoring them. And this is step number 2. Is stepping into your worthiness means that you set healthy boundaries with yourself and with others. It's about knowing what you will and will not tolerate in a relationship. And I'm not talking about those big red flags that, everybody talks about. It's really also about knowing how you want to be treated on a day-to-day basis. How do you want to be treated by the men that you date? I had certain standards when I was dating, certain boundaries that I honored. And if I wasn't being treated this way, I would walk away. And that I knew when to walk away. And no, it was not easy for me. It was not easy to walk away. I mean, I felt sad. I felt lonely. And this is what a feminine energy woman does. She feels it. She knows she's going to feel that. She's going to sit with it, but she follows through regardless. She knows that her worth, what she wants in a relationship, her desires come first and foremost, even though it's going to make her sad. It's going to make her feel lonely at times. She falls in love with that. And that's exactly what I did. I fell in love with my sadness. I fell in love with my loneliness. I fell in love with all those feelings that the world out there was telling me that they were negative. I turned them around and made them just feelings. I made them very neutral. They are there because I'm human and I get to feel them. And they're telling me something. And I feel like this really helped me to grow my intuition as well, because then I was able to notice what felt right for me, what didn't feel right for me, the people that I wanted in my life and the people that I wanted to move away from. And I started, with this was a lot of friendships. I ended a lot of friendships because of this, because I started realizing my worth, started setting those boundaries, and I started honoring them, even though they made me feel sad at times, they made me feel lonely at times. I still honor them and follow through with it. And I even did this with my husband when we were trying to figure out whether marriage was on the cards for us. I follow through with what I wanted, with my desires. So remember, how you allow others to treat you is a reflection of how you see your own worth. Because when you allow someone to treat you badly, when you allow someone to walk all over you, when you allow someone to give you those breadcrumbs and you settle for that, this is a reflection of what you think of yourself, right? You're saying to yourself and to others and to the universe that you're just not worthy. You're not worthy of having that love that you desire. You're not worthy of having that commitment that you desire. You're not worthy of any of those things. You're telling yourself that by doing those things. Those behaviors are just showing others and the universe and everyone else that you don't think you're worthy of it. And guess what? That's what's going to keep coming towards you. That's what you're going to keep attracting, right? So set those boundaries, my love, honor them, follow through. And yes, there will be times where it's not going to feel so great, but I'm telling you, once you move through those feelings, you are going to feel so much more powerful. Being able to set boundaries and honoring them and following through is going to make you feel so powerful. You're going to realize your worth, and you're going to see how people will react to you so much differently once you do this. How much a man will do for you because he knows that you know your worth. And this is what a masculine energy man does. He wants to make you happy. He wants to make his woman happy. And so he knows that if he obviously doesn't honor your boundary, doesn't respect that, he's going to make you unhappy. And if a man does not respect that, then that's not the man that you want to be with. Because a man who is in his masculine energy, a healthy masculine man, what he wants to do is to make you happy. Yes, he's not going to be perfect. There's going to be flaws. But trust me, you're going to know from his behavior, what he does, that he's not going to be playing games with you. He's going to be honest with you. He's going to try his best to be that man for you. And this is what my husband does. I set the boundary, I honor it, I follow through, and he respects that. And he does his best. I know he does his best. I know he tries really hard to make me happy. I know that the only thing he wants is for me to smile all day long. Right? So, step number 3. Step number 3 is cultivate self-love. And this is such a key component of this whole worthiness topic that we have here, okay? Your relationship with yourself really sets the tone for every relationship that you have. Every single relationship that you have. No matter what that relationship is, trust me, that relationship that you have with yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you be with yourself, how much love you give to yourself, how much compassionate you are, how much accepting you are of who you are, your flaws and all, really shows in all the relationships that you have with others. So I encourage you to spend time just nurturing your interests, your passions, your well-being, right? Because a woman who loves and values herself attracts the same type level of commitment and respect from others. It's a reflection. You're like a mirror to every other relationship that you have. The relationship that you have with you, it's a reflection. It's a mirror to all of that. So if you are noticing that relationships that you have with men, you go on dates, you're attracting these types of men are not respecting you, they're walking all over you, or you're giving more than he's giving you, and so on, check yourself. How are you treating yourself? How are you taking care of yourself? right? Are you settling for breadcrumbs with this man? Really notice that. How are you treating yourself? How do you speak to yourself? This is key. How do you speak to yourself? What do you tell yourself, right? So remember, my loves, that stepping into your worthiness, it's really a journey, right? It doesn't happen overnight. I did go from, not loving myself, not really caring about myself, my really low self-esteem, not feeling worthy of the relationship that I desire or the man that I desire, to knowing my value, to setting those boundaries, to following through. But it was a journey. It was a journey for me to get there. And I'm still there, and I'm still in this journey, and I still get to feel more confident in myself, and I still get to feel more in love with myself. I get to fall in love with me each and every day. But remember that each step that you take in acknowledging and loving who you are brings you closer to the love and commitment that you desire and deserve. Is really the path to the commitment. It really is. Knowing your worth and loving and accepting who you are. And after working with many incredible women like yourself, single women who find themselves single and struggling in love, I've noticed that there are certain similar patterns that we each have. And I noticed that in myself. And as much as each of us is, and every one of you is truly unique, there are certain struggles that are very common when it comes to love, especially for women. I've noticed that for us women. And this really got me thinking, because I love serving you, and I want to serve you in the best way possible. And I also want things, what I do, to make it, more accessible to you. I love my one-on-ones. They are incredible women, but I also realize that my time is very limited, and it can only go so far, right? I only have the 24 hours a day like everybody else. And I also wanted to make something that could be easily reached by more of you, something that's more accessible. Because I know that finances can be something that obviously could be out of reach for you. My one-on-ones are thousands of dollars. I realize I am expensive, but I am worth it. Trust me. I love it. Like, I think it was Marie Forleo who said that, but I love that. It's like, I am expensive by worthit.com. Definitely am. I know my worth, and I show that in my prices, because I know what I bring to my clients as well. But I know that this can also be out of reach for a lot of you. So I am so excited, my loves, that I'm working on this project. I wanted to share it with you. I'm working on a project where I am creating these tools that are going to be very helpful for you ladies who have these challenges. And one of them specifically is knowing your worth, stepping to your worthiness, and showcasing that in the world when it comes to your relationships. So I'm working on a tool with this specific challenge in mind. I'm also working on another tool that will be for women who struggle in picking the right partner. Maybe you are someone who keeps dating the wrong men, keeps attracting them, keeps choosing these types of men, and you wasted many, many years attracting these men, and you're finding yourself constantly in these relationships, never ending, being in this hamster wheel, and you've had enough, and you're ready to attract the relationship that you want. You're ready to attract that man. I am creating a tool specifically for you. Those women who have, your men picker is off, let's call it. I have something very, very special for you that's coming up. Okay. Also, the other tool that I'm working on is one for women who want to embrace more of their feminine energy, and they want to be these soft feminine energy women when it comes to dating and in their life in general. So I'm creating one for each of you. And I think it's going to be transformational. I know it. I know it's going to be transformational for you ladies who purchase this. So I'm working on this project currently, and in the next couple of weeks, I will let you know more about it, on where to purchase it and how you can get your hands on that. So in the meantime, though, you can go and check out my courses. I have courses for you there. Very reasonable price. I have the Master Your Magnetism, which is all about how to become a man magnet. Okay. And I love that course because I not only share my knowledge there, but also my energy. You're gonna see how flirty and attractive and just the lightheartedness that I bring to this course is what you want to also bring into your dating, into how you're gonna be magnetizing the men. So I showcase that not only in what I say, but my energy. You're gonna see it in full action. So I'm being an example of that, of what you want to be and what energy you want to be in. So that's an incredible program that I have, and it's just $17, which is a steal. I mean, I'm just making it super reasonable for all you ladies out there. So go check that one out. There's also the Feminine Energy course, which is all about the fundamentals and I give you tools in that course as well. I created this course when I was really deep in the trenches of learning feminine energy. And the way I taught that program, I'll never be able to teach it that way because I was fully immersed in that feminine energy and learning the fundamentals and all of that in my own life and with my clients. So I believe this program is so valuable, but right now it's like $37. Like I said, it's just a steal, and I want every one of you to purchase that. This is all about the fundamentals, getting the tools, practicing those tools. Because like everything, it's a journey. The third program that I have there on my website, and you can go, it's liliantoscano.com. It's Born to Be a Goddess. And Born to Be a Goddess, I feel that it's just such a healing program. It's a healing program. So if you are right now just feeling really low and you want a place, a sanctuary to be in where you get to learn, where you get to heal, where you get to just be you, this course is definitely it. And I give you all the tools there. I give you everything that you need, and you're going to just feel in such a safe sanctuary of space. I created this program with a group of amazing women, and I was able to provide basically what I do with my one on one clients. I put it all together, packaged it, and created this program. So you can go check that one out there. So if financially you can't do the one-on-one, go check out the Born to Be a Goddess. That's definitely a powerful course that I would recommend for all of you. And lastly, if you do have the resources or you want to invest in you and you're like, you know what? This is 2024. I am ready to invest in myself. I'm ready to go all in and I'm ready to, really start this new process, new version of me, the one that knows my value and I'm willing to invest. And go check out my private programs, my private coaching programs. They're also on my website. It's liliantoscano.com. I'll leave the link below so you can go check it out. But this is all, one-on-one tailored to you, where whatever situation you have, whatever you bring to the table, we will work it out with you. And this is just a different type of way of connecting. And I love one-on-ones because we really go deep into your own situation. It is so unique to you. Every single one of these sessions that you have with me is going to be so unique to you. And we have the time, we every single session, we have the time to go deep into whatever you bring to the table. I also have a curriculum for it. So if there is a week where you just like, I just want to learn from you, we have something. I got you. I got you. So that is also a part of one-on-ones. I do like just whatever it is that my client needs. I am with you every step of the way. So I will meet you where you're at. With one-on-ones, I'll just meet you where you're at. And so it's just a different way of learning. And I've always paid for, group coaching or one-on-one with my coaches because I know that I get to where I want to go further. And if I have the resources, I'll pay for it. I am willing to do that. So anyway, if that's you, my love, and you're ready for that 2024, here I come, and you are just like, I want that. I want that relationship that I desire. I want that love that I desire. And I am willing to invest in myself. This is definitely for you. So go check out liliantoscano.com. And you'll get so much more information there. You can also book a discovery call with me. We can discuss it as to, where you're at and how I can help you. So thank you so much, my loves, for being here today. And I think this thing recorded finally. Yay. So thank you so much for being here in this episode. Embrace your worthiness, my loves. You are a treasure. You're a treasure, and the right person will see and cherish you and value you as you are. Okay, just as you are. He will know your value just by seeing you, just by you existing. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to do anything. You just have to be who you are. So until the next time, my loves, thank you so much for coming on here and sharing your time with you. And I am so happy that you're here. Love you.